Hey, what it do, what the business is.
It is another week in the books with the OndeckTV podcast. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on Instagram and Twitter.
I am Spike Lou on the same social platforms. Holla at your boy in these tweet streets, IG. How you holding up out there, champ?
Hey, man, I ate at a restaurant for the first time since the pandemic kicked off.
Swag, how was that?
It was straight. Well, we'll know in about a week and a half whether it was a good idea or not. But nah, hey, listen, it was straight. It felt safer than ever, nigga. They had hand sanitizer at every table. Every other table was empty. Waitresses had gloves, masks. Cooks had gloves, masks. Hosts had gloves, masks. One person in the bathroom at a time. Like it felt like overkill, but I understand though.
I went to a restaurant / lounge this weekend too. It was in Buckhead, some spot that M Extra was telling me about.
Big money shit, man.
Nah, yeah, it was going down.
Clearly,
I had never been there before. Big Bentleys parked out front of shit. Yeah, but it wasn't no precautions being taken there. No, the waiters had on masks and shit like that, but niggas was in there. It was turned up, and I couldn't believe it really. But it was a cool time, and it was a cool little spot. I liked it. You need to pull up on that one time. You might.
Absolutely not.
Once all this is over.
Oh, okay.
You might enjoy it, man. Anything else you had going on this weekend? You was pretty good.
I'll park my Bentley out front when I go next time when this shit is over with.
Just run shotgun, man. Let's top now.
Nah, ain't nothing else popping off, man.
Well, this week on the OndeckTV podcast, Big Soulja, he removes his face tats, and Lil Baby tells us why he doesn't have any. Is that trend ending in hip hop? Also, J. Cole, yes, Jermaine Cole has hoop dreams outside of the booth. He's been working on his game. Does he have a chance to make it to the NBA? And Waka Flocka says that Big Crit is this generation's Nas. Has he lived up to those regards? But first, the No Limitologist. We did a review last week. We did a preview last week of the No Limit Chronicles. So, of course, we're going to kick the show off this week with the feedback. You did an instant reaction on the No Limit Chronicles, gave the people a little bit. Mr. No Limit, tell me how you felt about the first episode.
The first and second episodes.
First two episodes.
Were fire. They gave everything I needed and more.
Okay.
Shout out to BET. I'm just glad that this story is getting told and that it's not getting told from a macro level. Like they're talking to people that aren't household names with the King George and Mr. Servon, and they're going a little deep in the weeds. And I'm fucking with that. There was one or two things that I learned, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't know before.
What?
And like I didn't know C Murder was in the army. I didn't know that.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that. That was new to me.
Military family, it looked like.
Yeah, it did.
That's where the whole soldier thing come from. Makes a lot of sense now.
Absolutely. I didn't know that. I didn't know the specific circumstances behind the lawsuit with his grandfather either. I know he got the $10,000 in the lawsuit, but I didn't know the circumstances behind it with them switching out the drugs and stuff. I didn't know that. That was nuts too.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that story switches because I've heard it was an inheritance at first. Now
I've always heard it was a lawsuit though.
I thought it was an inheritance that his grandfather left him $10,000.
I ain't never heard, I'm gonna keep it real. I've always heard it was a malpractice suit. I just didn't know the circumstances.
I may be wrong. It may be Baby.
Yeah. So but no, I thought that shit was fire though.
Thought it was fire?
Yeah. And you did too. I don't hear anything else other than that.
No, I mean, I have a special place in my heart for this. Like you said, I've been waiting for this. I'm buying all the No Limit shit. As we say on this show a lot, this is our Wu-Tang. Like, this is our, like, you find your favorite character, you listen to everything that they put out. Like, this is our version down south. So all of the story was great to me. If I'm nitpicking, the cutaway scenes, BT did a horrible job on those. But that's
you mean the reenactments?
Yeah, the reenactments. Like, that's not. I don't think that, and not even that specifically, but any documentary that does the reenactments like that, I don't really like. I just need the talking and maybe the real footage. You know what I'm saying? Like they be doing the news footage and shit. I don't need reenactments.
But I think the reenactments were they were on par for a typical reenactment in a documentary.
Think about the best documentaries you've seen though.
for sure.
They interview footage and old footage. I ain't no.
That's what make it dope.
Shit. What's that?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody doesn't have that though. Everything wasn't. Listen, P at the free throw line with the guy with the pistol wasn't on camera. All right, you got to reenact that.
Now you just got to tell that story, man. You just got to let that silence sit there and let P be like, nigga, yeah, right. Like somebody need to sit there and let's catch big cap. But there were good stories nonetheless. You had to fill time. I enjoyed this, man. I'm like I say, this has a special place in my heart, being a big No Limit fan. The story, sitting down with Baby and Baby trying to run the Cash Money artists through No Limit since they had a deal was the first time I heard that. I feel like that was really interesting. I'd love to hear Baby's side of the story per se.
Listen, we need one of Baby's teenage kids to put the IG live up while he watches that for the first time, because I need his instant reaction.
I do want to see the live instant reaction to that. But that it also squashed the speculation that a lot of people had that don't really dive into it, but the Cash Money and No Limit beef. I'm glad they touched on that a little bit and let you know what it really was, because as all of them say, nah, it ain't really a beef. We just didn't fuck with them niggas.
That was it.
Y'all don't fuck with us, and ain't no beef. So overall, man, it was good. The part that I learned also, the gathering Mia X Mr. Serve on, it's kind of like the foundation, taking them out to Cali. I didn't really know that part of how that existed, but that was pretty dope too. So thumbs up for me for the first 2 episodes. Good job by BET. Not great, but I'm definitely here for the rest of that.
And I love the cliffhanger at the end of the second episode when they got to him and Suge.
And niggas, that ain't the first time I heard that story. You're absolutely right about that. With nigga, when you leaving, nigga?
Yeah, that was hard. When you moving.
Let you, buddy.
I will say this though, if I had to nitpick, I would say, and this is to no fault of P or the story itself, but being on network television, they have to get the commercials off. That's how they're able to make this content to begin with, through paid sponsorships. So the pacing was a little quick, a little swift. I would have liked for them to dive a little bit more and take their time with a little bit more of the pieces. But I think if you're a casual watcher, then it was good. Then that's enough to keep you engaged. You know how shit is nowadays, bro. People's attention span is dumb short. So you got to have the quick jump cuts and the quick scenes, and you got to keep people's minds moving and not standing still before they tune it out. And then plus you got to get them commercials in. So that hour is not an hour of No Limit shit. It's about 41 minutes of No Limit shit. So you got to kind of get the stories in quickly. They didn't stay on a lot of shit that long at all. But I get it. I also wish there was 2 or 3 more people that could have been involved. I was surprised to see P's ex-wife on there. Did not, because their divorce was ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like allegations back and forth. Romeo, she was suing Romeo allegedly. And
I remember that, man.
Yeah, it was ugly. So I was surprised that she was on there, but I hate not seeing, or at least hearing C Murder on there tell at least something from his perspective. I hate Beast by the Pound not being on there. At least one of them. Can KLC? We don't want to just be a P ass kissing contest. We want some people on there that, were there during the run, but didn't like how it ended. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have some more of those in there so we can get a balance of the story. But other than that, again, I'm nitpicking. I thought this shit was fire. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see the second part of you. I definitely can't wait to see that. You guys check out the No Limit Chronicles on BET. Those come on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday night, man, part 3 and part 4. And also check out our throwback No Limit episodes. I think we might put that on the timeline, man. We got 3 No Limit centric episodes that we've got in the can. All 3 are fire. We might throw one up on the timeline, man, for old time's sake this week. Yeah, check that out.
Drop that shit. What we got next?
Man, let's talk Soulja Boy, your mans. Big Soulja, Big Draco. Fans were surprised when he showed his face on Instagram. Sans face tattoos. They were gone. Most of them have been erased. He said he wants to get into movies, and he doesn't like the way he's kind of portrayed when he comes into these ballrooms and these meetings. And then also a viral clip of Lil Baby floated around the internet of him explaining why he doesn't have any tattoos. He was speaking with Big Boy, and he told him, I don't have any tattoos because I don't want to be looked at as a thug, air quote. My question is, do you see a trend happening in hip hop of no tattoos coming soon?
Absolutely not. I think the tattoos are a form of expression not bigger than hip hop, for artists in general. You see it a lot in rock. You see it a lot across different genres and different entertainment aspects. Wrestlers, basketball players, boxers. So I think that art form and that way of expressing yourself, I don't think it'll ever die. I think that people will continue to do it, especially in hip hop. Like Lil Baby said, his aspirations to be a big star and Soulja Boy's aspirations to be in movies aren't really the same and don't line up with people in a younger generation that I see walking around Lenox Mall. They got tattoos on their face.
That's true.
These niggas ain't. I'm not saying this in a mean way, but these niggas are nobody.
Yeah.
And they got tats on their face, and females too. I've seen both, so I don't think that trend is dying. I think people are actually going to get more accepting of it. Like you'll see it in corporate America. Even now, you see people like they had a long sleeve joints on. They get off work, they roll their sleeve up, their whole sleeve. They got tattoos. So I think people are becoming way more accepting of body art and tattoos. So I don't think the trend is going to change. But in the aspect of Lil Baby and the aspect of Soulja Boy, when you have as much, them trying to label you as a thug anyway, and the game stacked against you, anything that you can do to make a step to the next level is definitely warranted. So I see what they're saying, but I don't think it's going to be a trend.
I think if the same way it's a trend now with the face tattoos and the body art, which you could attribute to a couple of people. If you want to go Wayne, if you want to go, Gucci.
You can go back to Pac.
Or Pac. Yeah, if you want to go to Pac, like the same way they made it quote unquote cool to do it and they made it popular, it can be done in reversed. Someone can make it cool or popular to not have them. And you can, because that's all it is. You get SoundCloud rappers and underground rappers think that they have to have the Lil Wayne kit. You got to have the double cup. You got to have the colored dreads. You got to have the face tats. You got to have the grill. Like people think that that's the rapper kit. So because that's what successful rappers look like. If you have a Lil Baby or a Soulja Boy or fill in the blank or who else, and they're a successful rapper and they don't have any of that, they got other shit. They own their masters. They own property. If they make other shit cool, then I think you'll see a trend go in that direction. So anything that can be done can also be undone, in my opinion. But one thing about the Lil Baby, we posted this on the IG at OndeckTV podcast. Make sure y'all follow that. And someone made an interesting point. They said that Lil Baby was being slightly hypocritical, saying he didn't want to be viewed as a thug, but he's a trap rapper. He raps about trap shit that you could argue is quote unquote thug content, so to speak. Is that being hypocritical? I don't want to be seen as a thug, but I'm a trap rapper though. And you're rapping about thug activities, air quote again.
I don't think that that's hypocritical at all. I don't even see the correlation in the two.
That's the type of energy he put out. Not saying it's negative or positive. I'm just saying that's the type of shit that he does. And so to turn around and say, "Oh, but I don't want to be seen like that."
You're saying that he does thuggish type shit anyway without the tattoos.
He makes trap music. Whatever you want to categorize that in, if you want to call that thug shit, illegal, whatever you want to call it, he makes trap rap. He's a trap rapper. So it's like,
I just don't see the correlation with the tattoos though. I don't think that him saying I don't want to be viewed as a thug that doesn't make his music less authentic. I'll say I don't think that he's trying to be two different things when he goes and says, "Well, I'm looking for bigger opportunities by not having tattoos." His music opened the door for him, and I think he's being true to himself in that music. And also with the tattoos, he's being true to himself and what he thinks going to take him to the next level. So I don't see that person's point of view. Like, I don't see that point of view. I can't make them connect.
Because one would argue if you don't want to be looked at as a thug, then don't make music about illegal activities and quote unquote thug shit.
Well, he's just rapping about his life though, right?
I mean, to the common person, that's part of why people look at you the way they do. That's what one would argue. I'm not saying that I'm even necessarily agreeing with that. Right. I'm just trying to give the perspective of the comment, which I thought was interesting. It was the only person that said that. Everybody else was, that's what, see, Lil Baby gets it. And, that's why I rock with him and X, Y, and Z. A lot of praise going around. But there was one comment that was like, it's a little hypocritical if you rap about thug shit, but you don't want to be seen as a thug. Like, rap about something else.
I think when you put music out, that's a view into your world, though. You're opening your world up to your fans, right? And he wants to be as authentic as possible. That's what we call it, trap rapping. That's where he's from. That's what people around him done. And he's being true to that. When he steps outside of that field, he don't have to wear that on him.
Got you.
I don't think that like you said, the typical thing to think if you're a new trap rapper, you're gonna have the Gucci Man face tattoos. I feel like he's not being hypocritical when he says anything that I can get to play in my favor, I'm gonna use it. That's where he's being smart at. Yeah, I come from this, but when I walk in that boardroom, you're not gonna be able to tell. You can cut my music on and you can get why I am the way that I am, but that don't make me this or that. I feel him. I get what he's saying.
I can respect that. I get it.
Next on the hook, what do we have?
What Cole got going on, man?
Your man's J. Cole. Speaking of Master P earlier, J. Cole had the big drop. The shoes came. Master P was on the video. J. Cole was hooping in the background. Now, Master P came out and said that J. Cole is working really hard on his NBA dream and has aspirations to be picked up by a team. He's currently training to play pro ball. Let me ask you, Mr. NBA fan, do you think that J. Cole has a chance of making an NBA roster?
If we're doing percentages,
okay,
his chance of making an NBA roster is at 0 fucking percent.
Are we going 0 to 100? That's 0 to 100, and it's 0.
If we're going to 100, if we're going to 1,000, his chance is 0%, unless
J. Cole can hoop though.
There's a lot of niggas that can hoop. That don't mean they can play in the NBA. The only way he would make it is if there was a GM out there that was smart and decided to do it for the PR. Because I'm sure there's a smaller market team out there with little to no star power. I'm signing him to a 10-day contract, easy, just to get them jerseys off, just to get them seats in. Well, if this wasn't a pandemic, to get them seats filled in the stands. That's the mistake that the Raptors did with P back in the day. They didn't take advantage of the free pub they would have got by signing him to a bullshit contract for a week or two. The Hornets and the Raptors. Remember, he played preseason for both. There's no way, especially Charlotte, nigga. You in the South. P was huge back then. You know how many people coming to the game to see P sit on the bench? That shit would have been crazy. I'm going to the
3 minutes crunch time or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm trying to think of a small market team that's not a playoff team that could use like an injection of life into their shit.
Perfect team for you.
Talk to me.
Since this has broken your favorite team.
Who?
The Detroit Pistons have went on Twitter and made an offer to J. Cole. They got the jersey printed up and everything. It's in the group chat. Check it out.
You lying?
It's in the group chat.
The Pistons responded to
Cole.
Shit.
You're so hyped right now. You want to leave the show and everything. The Pistons responded to him on Twitter and they seen what he was doing. Yeah, you're super hyped right now.
Let's go.
So live reaction, folks. For the people watching on YouTube.
I swear I didn't know this. This is news.
I know you didn't. I seen it right before the show started. I was about to say something, but I wanted to wait.
Look how hard it looked, though. They got the J. Cole. That's hard.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, I agree with that 100%. Like, if I am the Hornets and Jordan, like, I feel like I missed an opportunity. Man, get this nigga here today. Bring him to the bubble. Quarantine him for a couple of days, and let's start him put him on the bench. If we were not in quarantine and the Hawks played the team with J. Cole on there, yes, I'm going to the game to watch J. Cole sit on the bench.
Easy.
Just because it's cool. It's a cool thing to do to say. I went when Michael Jordan played preseason baseball. I went to the Nashville Sounds game. He played for the Birmingham Barons. He stood in right field for 9 innings. I don't even know if I seen him up close. I really can't remember. I know we got interviewed by the paper. But I did all that to see Michael Jordan play baseball. I don't even remember if the nigga got in there bad. And I say all that to say it's the experience of shit like that. That shit would be fire. I would have, if I were the GM for a team, I'm on the phone with his people right now. Like, let's do this.
Nah, that's an easy call.
Right. But, and we're in the bubble now, and it's like it's even more contained. So you ain't got to worry about the fan stuff and it being like a big gimmick. Like, yeah, let's bring this nigga in and let's do this shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because, bro, I'm telling you, that's free PR, bro. You know what I mean? You're gonna get your shit picked up. I'm talking about like a bum ass team like the Suns, or like you said, the Hornets, or fuck it, my bum ass Pistons. That's perfect. That's perfect, bro. Like I'm on the horn with him tomorrow. He's 35. He has no chance of actually playing based off his skills. Let's be very clear.
Facts.
If he want to go play in a church rec league or a fucking LA fitness league, then he'll go play and get buckets. But in the NBA,
would you watch a hip hop basketball league? Like 3-on-3, like the big three, but all like rappers, ex-rappers and shit like that.
No, bro, that shit, it looks.
You wouldn't watch that,
bro? It'll look. But do you watch the celebrity games, bro? Look how they look versus the professionals, bro.
Yeah, that's cap though. Like them niggas.
That's regular people.
It'd be one nigga out there trying. Like and he like J. Cole will go and he'll be trying. Quavo will go and he'll be trying.
Right.
I'm talking about like a real league. Like if niggas like Cam got in shape, Davies. You wouldn't watch that? Man, I'm watching the shit out of it. Them niggas
washed,
fighting.
Bro.
I don't care. That's the best part about it. Them niggas gonna be out there washed, trying hard and shit, talking crazy.
Competitive as a mother.
Man, mic them niggas up and let's go. I love to see them old niggas trying to hoop. Get Joe Budden out there. That nigga think he can hoop. Man, let's do it.
Joe Budden say he can hoop?
He think he can hoop. He'll rebound. He said he'll rebound in D type nigga.
He look
so
like
you know
that,
what that he played ball in Tim's, nigga. So
he look like that.
I'd love to see
cargo
that
shorts.
Shit. Facts, nigga, with a wife beating the cigarettes hanging out his pocket.
Yep.
But for the Pistons tweet, they said, J. Cole, we see you out here. You said they only got 12 slots on the Pistons. Hit us up for that tryout. This is for all the dreamers. That was a dope ass.
That's
tweet.
hard. That's hard because he did say that.
Cole jersey. He did say that in the song. That's fine.
That's
good. Good job by the Pistons.
Somebody in Detroit on their PR team is a Cole fan. They were listening. They say, "Hold on."
And dropped the line in the tweet. That was pretty fire right there.
That was hard. Shout out to the Pistons, the best basketball franchise on the face of the earth.
Did he get at me, man, about this rap basketball league, man? We make camera on the face of it. Shit'll be dope. Niggas like Jim Jones playing. Niggas
it's a rap.
Oh my God, man. That shit would
You don't
be
went too
great.
far now.
That shit would be great, nigga. Drake think he can hoop. Get him out there.
That's true.
Let's go.
That's true. Man. Last but not least, before we get to this Verzuz preview between 2Chainz and Ross, we've got to talk Waka Flocka. While appearing on the Drink Champs podcast, Waka Flocka mentioned Big Crit as being the most underrated rapper from his generation. He even went on to call Crit the southern version of Nas. Shit. I'm going to ask you, do you think the Crit Nas comparison is accurate? And to follow that up with, do you think that Crit lived up to his initial hype?
No, I don't think that the Nas comparisons are accurate. To go back, people say I give Nas a lot of shit on this show. I don't.
You do. You hate on him a lot.
I give Nas his proper respect. Nas created like a whole, like the flow that you hear now. He made that like more common. Rakim was big in it, but what you hear niggas talking about now, how fly they are, the different shit that's going on in the hood, that shit came from Nas.
Modern day rap.
Absolutely. And I don't think that Crit ever reached that type of popularity. I don't think that Crit ever reached that type of impact. He had a lot of potential to do so. I think that Crit was very, very, very good. Yeah. And the potential, living up to that potential of that, he just was never able to do. So to answer the question, I don't think that he's an accurate this generation's Nas. I think that will go to J. Cole, someone who's more successful. And to answer the question about did he live up to the hype when Crit was here? Absolutely not. People used to mention Crit with J. Cole, with Wale, with Drake, with Kendrick Lamar. That was the class. Like that shit. They even got songs on the Khaled album together. They ready. I think it got Kendrick, J. Cole, and Crit. And not to say that nigga can't rap as good as them. He just hasn't had the same opportunity and hasn't maximized on the opportunities that he has had. What do you think?
Yeah, so Waka said two things, man. He said that he was the nicest from his generation, and then he said the Nas of the South. So Nas of the South, Cole is a much better comparison. But I understand why somebody would say that, because if you really listen to Crit, though, like he's an underrated storyteller, bro. Like if you listen to Banana Clip Theory, They Got Us. a package store. Like, dude be painting pictures. His downfall was signing to a major label that didn't know what to do with him. That was his downfall. Since he's been out of that deal, and if you look at the mixtapes that he put out that weren't on Def Jam, obviously they were just mixtapes, fire, and shit that he's put out since he split from Def Jam has been fire. It's been more on brand with what he originally wanted to do to begin with. You could say Cole was the same thing. When he first came out, it was Mr. Nice Watch. It was Versace shirt with him and French Montana looking like twins at the fucking BET Awards. And he was like, man, fuck this. I'm taking this shit off. I'm going to be me. I'm going to grow my hair out. I'm not going to take a shower, and I'm going to wear the same Jordan 1s for a year straight.
Shower is hilarious.
And his music has been fire ever since, like, period. So I think that Cole is the better comparison, but he had an earlier jump on his freedom, so to speak, from his label and having to conform to what a quote-unquote rapper is supposed to look like and what they're supposed to talk about. I think we'll see this Crit moving forward. You know, I think he'll evolve into that. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of being like a big star and labeled a GOAT, no, they're not about to do that shit. Now, they say he was the nicest from his generation. That's not true either, though. Because Cole, Kendrick, and Big Sean can rap better than him. And I fuck with Crit the long way. Them niggas are frying. Well, they're not frying him, but they're better at it than he is.
You know who he is?
Say that. Talk to me.
AZ.
Because it couldn't be two Nas's, guys.
It couldn't be two Nas's, so it had to be an AZ. And the thing, like the other reason, AZ came out of the gate with that song, the single they had.
Sugar Hill?
Sugar Hill, yeah. But he, similar to Crit with the Crit Was Here project, never lived up to it after that. Never was a big song after that. Never was a big project. And when you come out at that high of a level, people expect that from you all the time. And you're absolutely right when you say Crit has dropped good projects since the fumble at Def Jam, but he lost people's attention.
That's true.
He had everybody's attention when Crit Was Here came out. Nigga, who is that nigga from the South making that type of music, spitting those type of bars?
That's true.
Then the nigga signed with Def Jam, and it was like, nah, okay, I'm cool. He dropped from Def Jam, like you said, started coming back out with heat, but niggas was like, I remember him from the Whack Def Jam album.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Now he's stuck in that boat. But
man, revisit the mixtapes though, man. Like, dude got some
he spitting
fire ass tapes, bro.
Yeah.
That banana, I had to run that banana clip theory today. I was like, man, he's spitting over here, dude.
Recommend a Crit project for the people other than Crit Was Here.
I think the second mixtape, man, it's going. If it's not Forever in a Day, it's the second mixtape, man. And I don't.
The little boy sitting right there.
Not that one though.
Not that one.
I don't think not that one. What is it? That one? It's been a minute, man. Like if you go on that Piff and search Big Crit, first of all, that Piff redid their app, which is crazy that they're still like in business and shit.
Recently?
Yeah, it's like a new, like they got a whole new look and shit. Shit crazy. But if you go and just search Big Crit and pull up a couple of those mixtapes, I'm gonna say Forever in a Day, and then I'm gonna also say Return of Forever. Like those, man, they are heavy. Like, dude is nice. I don't want people to get lost upon that. And Crit is successful, man. He's made his bread. He's been able to tour. Like, he's fine. You know what I mean? And all things considered, he comes from a city where not many rappers make it out. Like, how many niggas are on from Mississippi, bro? David Banner, Ray Shrember, they don't even rep it. So, I mean, like, he's a success. You know what I mean? His first album or his first project may be his best, and that's somewhat of a curse. But man, I can't do him any kind of way. Shout out to Waka. I didn't know he even listened to Big Crit.
Waka want to rap for real. You remember? Didn't he put out an album?
That's true.
He was trying to like rap for real.
That's true. He put out a couple of mixtapes that was like on some. I'm trying to like for real be like a spitter. Yeah. And they were cool.
Waka, man. Waka, one of my favorite people in the game. Man.
I fuck with Waka heavy. He showed us love the one time we met him, bro. He was mad cool.
He has very interesting perspectives on a lot of shit.
Yeah, there's a clip of him floating around talking about money and hiring his family and shit. Have you seen that?
Was it on the No Jumper podcast?
I don't know what he was on. I can't even front. But he was talking about how he got robbed from like 3 or 4 people that he hired, but he wasn't mad about it. He just learned from it. He actually likes when he loses because he can learn shit. And his auntie,
was on No Jumper. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Now that was a good clip. And he did say he wanted to see a Nas and Big Crit song though. I'm here for that too though. Big Crit got to make the beat though.
Facts, please.
We're not letting Nas
nice soul sample. Jeez, need that yesterday.
That should be hard as fuck. Man, shout out to Crit Nas, though. I like to see that. Speaking of things we like to see, man, we got a nice little versus matchup. Swiss on a roll.
True.
Oh hell, Swiss is on a roll. 2Chainz versus Rick Ross. We coming fresh off of the heels of Snoop and DMX. Listen, when you first heard this announcement, what did you think initially? Good battle, bad matchup, good matchup. What did you think?
I'm like, damn, we didn't think of that one. That's what I thought. And then I thought, well, this ain't even. Then I thought, well, shit, yes, it is. Actually, like going hold on. Boy. Yeah.
When you said it, you didn't when you thinking it was even, when you thought it wasn't even, who did you thought it favored more?
Rick Ross.
Okay. All right.
Just because Rick Ross had a bigger name at one point. Yeah.
Still does, but I'm with you.
Does he? Is Rick Ross a bigger artist than 2Chainz right now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But when I first heard this, I was like, okay, this is the one that I'm tuning in for, like from the moment that day I'm gonna be on their live like at 12. I'm just gonna be waiting. Then they get the club at 9 o'clock getting in free. I'm here for this because I love 2Chainz, man. That's my guy. Sure. But on top of that, man, Ross is a performer. I cannot wait to see what Rick Ross got up his sleeve, man. I know it's gonna be something fucking epic. Yeah, epic. Like, cause Rick Ross, he know how to do this rap shit. Rick Ross know how to be a rapper, man. Like more than anybody ever, I think, that has rapped other probably than Tupac. Rick Ross know how to be a rapper. He know how to answer questions like a rapper. He know how to move like a rapper. The nigga talk like a rapper in interviews. Rick Ross is a rapper's rapper. So I feel like when he come in there, he really gonna put on and perform. But what people don't know is that 2Chainz is the same way. 2Chainz is just as studious when we come to talking about the game and as serious about rap, picking beats, the luxury shit. And I think that people are going to be surprised at how prepared 2Chainz is to come in there and put a whooping on Ross. I came here to defend my mans and make sure that people put some respect on his name. Let's go 2Chainz.
Listen, first of all, you spot on what the initial thought is. Damn, why we didn't think of this matchup. That's number one. Number two, when I first heard it, I immediately thought Ross was going to win 19-1. I did. I'm not going to lie.
Because 2Chainz hater.
No, not at all. I fuck with 2Chainz, but 2Chainz has only been 2Chainz for about 8 years. Since about 2011, 2012. Okay. Ross has been Ross since 06. So I'm like, yeah, that's true. Just if we're just looking at the time.
Really since 95, if we want to be for real.
Well, yeah, technically, but he not playing none of that shit, though.
We want to be for real.
He ain't playing none of the Trina shit he wrote. He ain't playing that shit.
None of that Draper shit.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah. When he was Teflon Don and all that shit. Yeah, he ain't playing none of that bullshit. But my initial thoughts was just from a time perspective, he's been in the game longer. He's been able to put in more work. He's right-hand mans with Khaled. He's been featured on how many Khaled hits, bro? Like, I thought the features were going to be a cheat code. But then I thought about it a little more. I let it marinate.
2Chainz got hits.
2Chainz, even though he's been, a household name for a shorter amount of time, he's put a lot of work in that time. He's got a couple of hits.
A lot of hits.
He's got a lot of features. He's been called upon for a lot of features. That's where I think, and we'll get into it in just a second, but I think that's where the saving grace is. But you look at Ross though, man, like, bro, like, dude, like, he's been relevant since 06. He survived the correctional officer scandal. He survived 50 onslaught from 50 Cent, the career killer himself. Like, dude, Teflon for real. So I was like, man, looking at his career, this is going to be nuts. I thought it was going to be uneven. The more I thought about it, it's actually going to be pretty balanced, and it should be extremely entertaining. I can't wait because both of these niggas are students of the game. Both of them. They're both putting their playlist. They've been putting their playlist together for a week. Both of them niggas. They going to take this shit very seriously. I hope not too seriously to where they can relax, but I hope we get a good product, and I think we will.
I'm here for 2 Serious. Shout out to my nigga O. Shout out Team Heavy. They just kicked back off their AAU tournaments this week, yo. So shout out to him. But I bring up my nigga O because he texts me after this Snoop. He texts the group at this Snoop and X battle. He's like, man, I can't wait to see somebody go in there and just have that killer mentality. And that's what I think 2Chainz, he not finna come to play with Ross. Every feature that was tight, the Kanye West shit, all of that. I'm hitting you over the head. I ain't coming to play no games. I think the 2Chainz, I hope the 2Chainz is the one that I've been wanting to see as far as somebody just take this serious. Maybe even a little bit too serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I ain't even come here to play with y'all. I'm finna hit this nigga over the head and try to win all 20 rounds. I'm gonna be cordial. Hey, what's up, my nigga? But play the music, my nigga. I want to see one of those, and I think 2Chainz can do it and kill it. And this is gonna be one of those this is one for our generation. Like, they've had ones for other generations. They've had ones for younger, older generations and different genres. This is the one for us, niggas from the South that love rap music.
I think Swiss and them are they in a bag right now with the rapper joints, because at first it was producers, it was songwriters, it was R&B. They in their bag right now. It's with 2 or 3 in a row, you know, rapper joints, and they've been entertaining, dope, nostalgic, the whole nine. Like, they in a bag right now, and I'm excited. Now we've mentioned features and shit. Who, and we talk about the battle inside the battle all the time. In your opinion, who has the advantage when it comes to features? When we got to play their features, who do you think wins in that perspective? It's so close.
It's not even close.
Nah, it's close as fuck.
2Chainz, Mercy.
Fucking God.
2Chainz, Mercy. Give me a bigger Ross feature than Mercy. I'll wait.
One of them
got all
joints.
podcasts. It ain't. Which one?
Shit.
Bigger than Mercy with Kanye West.
He snapped though. He ripped that though. And his verse was hard.
And he got the best verse on there, like with Big Sean and all these niggas.
Yeah, his verse was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Catch up to my campaign. Coop the color up champagne. I'm drunk and high the same. Man, come on. He was killing that. Yeah.
That shit gonna hit though when he play it. I ain't gonna front. It's gonna hit. But you got Ross fucked up though.
He ain't got a bigger feature than that.
Ross?
Not that Mercy.
Bruh, like, I mean, he got like the Khaled shit, like I'm so hood. You know what I'm saying?
His verses don't even hit on those. Give me
don't do them any kind of way.
No, I'm just saying they don't hit on the Khaled shit. It don't be like, did you hear Rick Ross verse? It'd be like, did you hear Plies? Did you hear Wayne?
Because it'd be too many niggas on there.
Ace Hood. Yeah, well, Ross never takes control. And 2Chainz on Champions too, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. What Ye and them?
Come on.
Yeah. But he got
Ross ain't got no bigger songs than those. Well, individually, the biggest song of the two, to get into another question, the biggest single that either one of them had is Hustling. Right? Ross got the biggest song.
Or BMF?
Individual.
No, Hustling got to be bigger than that. That's a big Hustling. Because Hustling
is number one. You're saying
that crossed
BMF
over.
is number two?
I was thinking BMF might be number one, but no, it's
Hustling number one.
It's Hustling.
Then number two might be Riding Around and Getting It. Or No Lie. Or No Lie. Tell me which one you want.
Blowing Money Fast. You've said it on here 100 times. When that came out, it was in every barber shop. It was in every whip rolling by. It was in every headphone for niggas sitting on the bus stop. Like, we're not going to act like you haven't said that 1,000 times on here.
Just like Riding Around and Getting It was. Riding Around and Getting It was everywhere. T.I. was on the top of Magic. Oh, that was Future video, wasn't it?
Thank you.
I'm going to say T.I. was
nice
on the
try.
top of Magic City.
No. You're trying to combine Atlanta forces, and it's not going to work.
No, he don't even need to combine Atlanta forces. Like, what was the song that Cam Newton had the commercial to?
What, I'm Different?
Nah, that too. But nah, I'm talking about Cam had and what he was doing the dab shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. I can't remember. We don't remember.
The dab came from that song. 2Chainz is the creator of the dab.
We don't recall.
With that song. Yeah, y'all gonna recall in this battle where he whooping Ross' ass.
Ross gonna play that.
Man.
He gonna play that. I'm a boss. With the Meek Mill shit. Herschel Walker. Ooh, better run my money, babe. Rip that. Or that John with Lil Wayne. Oh my! Listen, man. Listen.
2Chainz got a whole album with Lil Wayne.
And he won't play one goddamn song.
He can play that John if he want to. Like, if we want to play Wayne's song, we're just gonna play Duffel Bag Boy. Like 2Chainz got this shit covered. He ain't got a better song with Wayne than Duffel Bag Boy. Rick Ross don't.
I'd have to think
like
about
the
that.
only thing that Ross got an automatic W in is gonna be the hustling joint. He better use that BMF strategically, because that shit gonna get washed up like the little Joker if he use it wrong.
So you think that? So who do you think has? So you think Ross takes the edge in the singles because he has
not
the
just
biggest
one single. No, just one single. He gonna take the edge with hustling. It's gonna be like this.
Ross is on You Ain't Even Know the Rocco shit, bro. You telling me that the verse ain't gonna hit when he play that?
I forgot. Like, come on
now. Come on now.
2Chainz on Bands Will Make Her Dance. Let's go.
Yeah,
Bands Will Make Her Dance.
You don't remember
don't nobody nothing. I do. 2Chainz, 4 bracelets. Come on, man. 2Chainz is killing this.
Is he gonna play the he gonna play Bees in the Trap? Nicki Minaj?
We don't even need that. We play Birthday.
He's playing the fuck out of that.
No, we're playing Birthday. That's the Nicki joint week. Like 2Chainz is coming.
Birthday isn't Nicki. That's
killer.
Fucking that's him and Kanye.
Kanye. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna play shit like it might. We're gonna play shit with somebody like that on there. We're gonna play Kanye.
Drake, watch when that Money in the Grave hit. See, that's the thing. This is what you're leaving out.
We're gonna play No Lie.
Drake has 4 or 5. I mean,
No Lie ain't bigger than Money in the Grave.
Listen,
come on,
it ain't bigger than Stay Scheming.
You better play it early. You better play it before No Lie. Because No Lie and Stay Scheming. No Lie and Stay Scheming right there.
Man, you crazy as fuck.
No Lie? Come on, man. Big might have a grandmama treat her like a nominee.
Listen,
shit's classic.
Stop, bro. Stop.
One Time is fine with me, man. Drake was killing. Now let me pull up 2Chainz on my Spotify up, man.
The features, the singles, the beat. Ross got B-sides he can play. Ross can play any.
Like 2Chainz ain't got B-sides, man.
Not that he can play. Not that niggas gonna know. Ross got mixtape shit that he can
Polo
play.
Boots. Come on, man. We're going to go all the way back to Low Boots.
Yeah. The Low Boots was hard. The Low Boots was hard.
It's cold.
He's not going to play it, but the Low Boots was hard.
He's definitely playing that, man. And on that Trapper Valley Trey.
He ain't playing nothing on that.
That BFF.
He not playing nothing on that.
Come on, man. I can't remember the song with Cam Newton in that commercial. I don't know the name of that.
Nobody does. It's okay. He's not playing that shit. Ross has album cuts. He got singles. He has features, and he has mixtapes. Like what? He got all bases covered. Like it's just it. He has no weakness in regards to this. He's got 20 strong. Watch when he play his verse on "Devil in a Blue Dress." I mean, "Devil in a Red Dress." Soul with.
He better.
2Chainz ain't got nothing for that.
He ain't got nothing for that. You're right. When Ross in that bag right there, like if he play that "Devil in a Blue Dress" verse, he got a point right there. That and the hustling, he got a point. But you forgetting about Feds Watching.
That's a good song.
That I do it with Wayne and Drake. Man, come on.
I don't even remember how that go.
Oh, you remember it. You can put the clip in on the podcast when we edit it. Just put that I do it in there.
Nope.
I'll play it right now.
Ross has Ross has 10 albums and 2Chainz has 5. Like, come on, bro.
Ross got 10 albums?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That Hood Billionaire don't count, so he got 9.
Yeah, he ain't playing a goddamn thing off that Hood Billionaire.
He got 9.
Be very clear about that.
Man, listen, you go back to 2Chainz got one that Cody and Cowboy hits on there. Because he's gonna play that riding around and get it. He's gonna play that riding around and get it. True Religion.
He's gonna play riding around and getting it early. Watch. He's gonna get that the way early.
One out the gate. Yeah, that might be the first one out the gate.
Yeah.
But still, it was something on this True Religion tape.
It wasn't nothing on that True Religion tape.
Yeah. Oh, riding around, I spend it riding around. I get with Tip. He got the remix with Tip on there.
I forgot that existed.
Oh,
Ross can play all 5 Maybach musics, and 2Chainz can't play nothing to go against them.
No, he can't.
He can play all 5 of those.
Only thing Ross got, he better play the one with Jay-Z. 2Chainz ain't got no song with Jay-Z. He got to play the one with Jay-Z. Then he got a point there because 2Chainz ain't got none with Hov. That's what he got. 3. I'm getting 3 points. I've given him. I didn't gave him with cheat code. Whenever he play Hustling, the song with Jay-Z, Maybach music, and Devil in the Blue Dress. No, Devil in the Blue Dress. Red Dress. Excuse me. Those are the 3 locks for Ross.
Aston Martin music, fam.
It's not a lock. It's a vibe. it's a vibe going against Aston Martin music.
That's a good matchup.
Come on,
that's a good matchup.
Ain't just a point right there. That's a good matchup. You can't just decide that right now. So
that's a good matchup.
2Chainz, I thought shoe-ins.
He ain't got none. He ain't got no shoe-in.
He definitely has a shoe-in with
Mercy.
The first song I said, yeah, Mercy. Mercy's boom shoe-in and riding around and getting it.
Man, stop, man. You putting a whole lot of stock into riding around and getting it.
That was a hit.
And that's not even the name of the damn song.
It was a hit, man. They will spend it. It's the name of the song, but it was a hit, man. You had to be outside. And pretty girls like trap music. Man, that
bruh, you forcing it.
Hey man, listen.
You just throwing shit up against the wall, hoping it sticks.
I got a lot of faith in my man 2Chainz, man.
No, I think
only child holding it down out here.
Listen, 2Chainz is a very smart individual. He knows this rap shit. He knows how to cater to a crowd. Like, he knows how to do this shit. So I don't think for a second he's gonna be asleep at the wheel. I think he's gonna put on a good show. I just don't think he has enough in the arsenal to fuck with Rose, because I think Rose is equally as smart and is equally as a student of the game as he is. He got too many hits with Wayne. He got too many hits with Cali. He got too many hits with Drake. It's a cheat code. That Stay Scheming. I listened to that Stay Scheming last night. It's still amazing as if it just came out last night. Like, that shit is so hard.
That Stay Scheming bang. He can't play his verse, though. He got like 2 bars on that.
Yeah, Ross verse short in the mother. We had to get to the crack. We had to get straight to the crack.
He'll kill it. He does have some more bars on that. You know, he said he cut them off.
You can tell.
If he played
that'll be hard.
Ain't been released. That might be a point for him.
If he plays the full version of that.
Ross need to let me coach him through this, man. Just give me a yell, Rose. Put the AirPods in. I'll be in your ear. Let him know what to play. I can get Ross through this.
Hey, I rode by Ross' house one time.
On the south side out there.
Man, that shit looks so crazy from the street, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It looked crazy. I was like, yeah.
You can see the pool from the street.
You can see, it looks like a compound, bro.
Pool. Yeah, it's like a big ass church,
bro. It's crazy. He got the double R on the gate and shit. It's hard though. That's some player shit right there. Yeah, it's hard as fuck. I was like, wow. But it's cool. I'm really feeling this. So give me a score. What is your prediction? Who you got for the winner? What type of score are we looking at? Assuming that they keep it at 20.
Assuming that they keep it at 20, 14-6 2Chainz. 14-6 2Chainz. Like, it ain't even going to, it's like, he going to be cordial and let him get 6 off, you know, the ones that he got in the tuck. But I go 14-6 2Chainz, man. Shout
out to my guy Yoski. I have 2 scores.
Oh, man.
I have 12-8. I have 12-8 Ross, but if Ross shows up with no shirt on, then it's 14-6 Ross. If he shows up in his bag with wings, a bottle of Bel Air, and no shirt on, 2Chainz doesn't stand a chance. It's over with.
It's gonna be rough.
He gonna be in his bag the whole night, dude.
If you get the Ross with the big player Miami shirt on, that got all the way down 3rd button. That's like the top 3 undone. If you get that nigga in there, man, it's gonna be a rough
silk
night,
shirt
man.
and shit.
That's Hoodie Mellow right there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's Hoodie Mellow right there. That is a different ball game, man. So if we get that Ross, it's gonna be different. You're right.
I wonder where they're gonna be at, man.
And they're gonna have a fan just so the shirt will blow. Like
you see what I'm saying? But it's gonna be off camera though.
Yeah, just it look like the wind blowing with that nigga right there with the silk shirt on. That's gonna be a different story. You're right about that, man. Shout out to Yoski for that. That's a good pickup. That is.
But I'm looking forward to it, man.
It's gonna be fun, man. When is this? Wednesday?
This is Wednesday, man. No, it's Thursday.
Okay, so y'all get to listen to this. We get to drop this and enjoy this the day before, man. We give you a good thorough preview. Who's had the biggest impact?
In their career, I gotta go Ross, bro. He's had the longer run.
He's had the longer run. So you saying 2Chainz has been hotter recently?
Yes.
2Chainz has had. If choose a career, 2Chainz or Rick Ross?
Oh, Ross.
Why?
Nigga, he got Jay on the jack. He can get Jay on the jack. He can get Drake on the jack. He can get Kanye on the jack. Like, bro. Like he's had a very nice career. He's survived multiple assassination attempts, bro. Like dude's the Teflon Don, bro. Have you seen? I just told you the house, but the house is. He got horses and shit, bro.
Got a nice house too, but hey,
I'm sure he does.
Give me 2Chainz. If I had to choose a career, I'm gonna take 2Chainz. Just like you say, he got songs with whoever. Chainz got recent songs with your man's Kanye. I just think his impact has been. It was like he had a larger impact initially than Rick Ross did. Rick Ross's was a slow burn. 2Chainz.
Every day I'm hustling. Stop. That was his first single. Stop, bro.
Niggas thought that was Jeezy for the first 3 months.
No,
that shit was out, man.
You thought that was Jeezy.
I did.
The world thought that shit was crack.
I thought that was Jeezy. Then I found out it wasn't. I didn't want to hear it. But no, I mean, I'm going 2Chainz. It's bigger impact just based off the good music, the Kanye West shit, and just the impact of his singles. He has a TV show on Vice. Like Rick Ross ain't.
That's true.
He ain't do that. You know.
That's true. He does have a TV show.
Yeah, 2Chainz had a commercial with like old white women like drinking Sprite or some shit. Ross just never made it to that level. And I ain't knocking Ross. He did his thing. I just don't think that he made it. Like he was like a level below that right there with 2Chainz.
Does Ross play mafia music?
Yeah. That's his first. That got to be the first song.
He got to come out to that.
And he got to get hyped. And he got to get hyped. That's always fun to see Rick Ross get hyped. I'm talking about he got to like do the arm, get hype in the chair, damn near break the chair. He got to get hyped though. Like rapping with it and shit. Like you got to like get him the whole show.
I was trying to think of some prop bits. It's tough for these two because I feel like they both gonna be too cool for school. Okay. They both gonna be in their shades on indoors. Like they're both pretty laid back. Like I don't think nobody's gonna be in there smoking. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there trying to think of some prop bits. I couldn't think of none. I don't know if Ross gonna be in there eating. Like if he's gonna pump any of his businesses. Like I don't know if he's gonna have the ball of Bel Air,
bag, Bel Air, all of that shit right there.
Okay, I don't know. It's tough.
Who's going to shout out to Fresher Than the Average podcast? You guys check that out, Mr. Fashion over here. Who is going to be dressed better?
Oh, that's an easy call.
Yeah,
that's Rose.
I agree. 2Chainz.
That's Rose.
Get out of here, dude.
I represent for Husky Nation.
You just saying that because he's fat and you're fat.
Wait, that's the only reason I'm saying that.
2Chainz is gonna be the flyest nigga in the room, man. Let's not even hold the people.
He might have on wings,
hold the
bro.
people.
No,
he might, and they gonna be fly.
That shit gonna look goofy.
Not even hold the people, man. You and J Hov be hating on 2Chainz and his dapperness. Nigga got a whole show about being dapper. Shout out to Chainz, man.
2Chainz dressed like a stereotype of a rapper. Looks crazy.
He's a rapper. What is he supposed to dress? He dressed like a rapper supposed to. Man, if you were a rapper, you dress like that 100%. You'd have shoes like his Versace shoes and everything.
His fit is terrible.
If you were a rapper.
He might have the worst fit out of anybody in this entire Verzuz. Actually, we might can put that on the line.
That's impossible.
I'm excited, man.
What DMX have on?
DMX had on a horrible outfit. Yeah, he had Joe Ronald McDonald Tim's.
And Fab. Fab was bullshitting in them loose leg cargo pants.
Fab's pants were terrible. That's without question. That's true.
You're going to see nobody worse dressed than Fab on here.
What if you'd have put this on Wednesday night the same time as No Limit, though?
That would have been petty.
That'd have been petty as fuck.
That would have been super petty.
And I'd have been hot. I'd have fell out with Swiss over there. I'd been hot at him.
It probably would have been a fuck you to BET.
Well, no, but they're doing the Rough Riders next, though. So he got to put some respect on BET name. Because they're doing the Rough Riders. That's coming next month or this month.
That Rough Riders look good in the motherfucker.
That trailer look dope in the motherfucker.
Niggas was jumping the nigga out there in the casino, man. That shit look. Hey, boy. We'll get into this probably when we do the preview for that, but that made me remember, like, being from the South, like, those were the first niggas from New York, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking with them heavy. Like,
yeah, they hard.
All that Rough Rider shit, nigga, we was with that shit, because that was different just from what we seen from up north, man. That shit, I used to love them niggas, man.
No, Rough Rider was the shit. They was the shit. I can't wait for that, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, facts.
Y'all let us know who y'all think gonna win, man. Give us a score. Go to Facebook, search the rap chat in the groups. Let us know what's your score, what's your prediction. Go to IG, let us know your score, all that good shit. What we got? We got some wins and some losses out here in these streets.
Absolutely, man. As far as the wins and the losses from the OndeckTV podcast this week, a big W to the former bad boy artist Loon. He was released from prison after 10 years for heroin trafficking charges.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Shout out to Loon. Example number, 3,000 of the bad boy curse.
Ain't no bad boy curse. Y'all niggas put that shit on Diddy, man. That ain't got nothing to do with Diddy, man. How these niggas spend their money and go to jail and shit, man. It's on y'all niggas, man. Y'all want to shoot niggas in the club and move heroin, man. Fuck. Hey, you do that.
Whole lot of
jail, buddy.
Whole lot of coincidences with these bad boy artists.
Hey,
but Puff did reach out on social media. That's good to see. I don't know if that was,
a nigga came to pick Loon up in like a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah, no, they wasn't playing. I don't know who that was, but they scooped Loon up in style, though.
Yeah,
he had on new shoes and everything. He looked like he been out.
Like out, nigga. I been here, nigga. Nigga, Loon was healthy than a motherfucker.
Right, so I was like, man, what the fuck?
Shit. Shout out to Loon though, man.
Most
big W to Young Dolph. He's giving away a custom Lamborghini as part of the new album Rich Slave rollout. This may seem like deja vu because yes, I think one of his last projects he was giving away one of them camouflage joints that he had.
Yep. Young Dolph pulling the rare 2 gimmicks for one project. Number one, he's doing the Lambo giveaway, and he called it Rich Slave. Those are 2 gimmicks to try to get people to talk about his album. Listen, Dolph,
unfortunately, it's not working.
Yeah, no, his buzz isn't the same as it used to be. I fuck with Dolph, though. I think he makes entertaining music, and he's a friend of the show. He's been on the show. Shout out to Dolph. That Lambo is valued at like $400,000. Just give me the bag. I don't need the car. I can't do nothing with that shit. I can't fit in that shit.
Why you think that his buzz has died down?
Oh no, he just hasn't had a hit since or a crossover hit since the last one, which was a couple of years ago. The name escapes the fuck out of me right now.
Because he's true.
Preach.
All right,
that was the name of it. He hasn't had a hit since Preach, man.
That was like 10 years ago.
It feel like forever ago.
Facts. Shout out to Dolph though, man. He does do his thing. He's a very funny dude. I think the Yo Gotti stuff, people just got tired of it, and I don't think.
But that song was hard though.
Song was dope.
The song was hard.
Song was super funny. You know, some hella Memphis shit. But I think that on a national level, people just got tired of that. People didn't want to hear it. They don't want to hear you niggas go back and forth about y'all personal beefs.
I can see that.
I think that's what happened. Another L to Eminem. Snoop, off of his Verzuz popularity, just came out with his top 10 rappers list, and Eminem was not on there. Your thoughts?
People were up in arms that Eminem was not on his list, and when I went and looked at the list, first of all, everybody on here is pre-1995. Yeah. So I don't know what made y'all think that Eminem was going to be included with Run from Run DMC, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One. The crime is not having Jay-Z on here. I don't know what the fuck Snoop thinking with that. Like, you can have him on here with Rakim and LL and Ice Cube, and it would have fit right in. Eminem wouldn't have made no sense with these 10 that he got on here, bro. But Jay does. I need answers for that.
It makes sense, though. It's just like Charles Barkley when he tried to say that niggas from the other generation, that's the biggest thing of water ever. Charles Barkley, you know how he try to slight people from the newer generation? It's the same thing with Snoop, and I feel like that he looks at Jay like a contemporary. Like, I ain't gonna tell, like Magic ain't gonna tell Larry Bird that, hey, nigga, you top 5, even though he is. I don't think so. They're gonna say Oscar Robertson and the niggas before him, gonna pay them a little bit more respect.
That's
so
true.
I mean, it lines up. Like, he looks at those people as he's just as good. And I mean, it's Snoop. You can't really make an argument against it. He's probably the most popular rapper ever.
Yep.
So I get it. I'm always surprised when people be shocked that Eminem is left off lists. Like,
I mean, because he's one of the biggest rappers of our generation. That's why. But this list is clearly not for our generation.
That don't make him permanent top 10 though. Like, I can name
10?
My top 10 and M ain't gotta be in there.
No,
your top 10.
Yeah, bro. If you're from this generation, then it's tough for him not to be in the top 10. 10? Who the fuck rapping better? Where is he at on yours, dude? So you about to say something ridiculous? Oh, you top 50? Like, come on, bro.
I ain't gonna do him like that. I just don't put him in my top 10. I'm like, Eminem, a rapping ass white boy. He's great at what he does. I've never really been into him though. But I don't understand cold. Why people find that so hard. MF Doom is cold.
Is he? I don't listen to that shit.
Black Thought is cold.
Yes,
niggas don't argue because he's not in their top 10. Like, people want Eminem's popularity to be weighed in. Like, yeah, he can rap. A lot of niggas can rap though.
He got hits though. Cool. We're not just gonna be like he's cannabis and he could just rap and that was it.
He can rap, but that don't like.
No, it's the full package, bro. Like his most recent shit is some slaw. Like, he fell off. I'll be the first nigga to tell you all of that. He done fell off. He's past his prime, washed, fine. But we're not finna be cheat them first 3. Like, you can't.
No, nobody's saying they're not good. I'm just saying I find it hard to believe that people get so up in arms when Eminem is not on a list. Like, he's for everybody. Like, Eminem is he's an acquired taste. Especially if you just like a nigga that's listening to rap and you naming 10 people. Not saying that Snoop is, I moved on from that.
Right.
Like a regular rap fan, like, ain't nobody get into those albums like that, nigga, unless you was just like a diehard. Like, I know niggas that probably never heard an Eminem album, and they fuck with.
That's a shame. He's got a classic.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
that Marshall Mathers LP.
That's a classic, bro.
I don't know about that.
Where? I hate to break it to people.
In Bottle, maybe it was a classic.
In rap circles. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
You gotta expand their palette, man.
That's not a universal rap classic. Marshall Mathers is a universal rap classic to you.
Yeah, it is. I think so.
Blueprint, not what's this shit? Stillmatic and shit. You saying it?
I think so.
Level. Absolutely.
Illmatic, but I'm with you.
Stillmatic was a classic too, allegedly.
Fuck out of here.
Allegedly.
Stillmatic is not a classic. All right. On deck of the week. This is going to the West Coast. We love entrepreneurship here on the OndeckTV podcast. We love creative thinking. Shout out to Tiger, your man's Tiger, for launching a delivery-only virtual chicken restaurant. It is called Tiger Bites. It is a virtual dining concept that specializes in bite-sized baked chicken nuggets. It is available in over 30 major markets across the country: New York, LA, Boston, Chicago, DC, with additional locations expected to open soon. You got to give him some props, man. That was creative. There's small bite-sized stuff for when you're not trying to eat a full meal on the go.
So this nigga, he opened a snack restaurant.
Basically. That's delivery only.
Tiger got a good business acumen, though. He's been able to survive. That nigga like a cockroach. Never know how to fuck around. You crawl back out here fucking now and then. You're like, damn, that nigga still here putting hits out. So shout out to Tiger, man.
It's antibiotic-free, oven-baked, boneless chicken bites.
My homeboy, shout out my homeboy JB, man. Used to have a Me Time Lemonade. We were talking. He said he lived up by a chicken plant.
Okay.
He said he claims that if he were to take you by there, you would never eat chicken again in your life. He said,
I believe it.
The shit that he see and smell going by his house, he's been a vegan for like the last 4 years.
I believe it.
He wasn't there. It's funny.
Yeah. Motherfucker, I stopped eating the shit. Nigga, it was a reason I stopped eating it.
Allegedly.
Shit.
You never stopped eating it behind closed doors.
We all
went along with it. We let you play it out. We know you didn't stop eating meat.
Man, give me something. Put me on to something, man, for this week.
Oh, man. I probably said this one here before, but I want you to check out a brand new episode of the Jamel Hill podcast called Unbothered. She had a recent interview with Ice Cube. Ice Cube was on there to not play any fucking games. He has that new agenda that he wrote for black people. He's trying to get it passed through Congress and trying to have it written into like a bill. It's worded great now, but he's just trying to get it worded correctly as to where it can go through the House. He's looking for people to help him out with it. And the interview was so like specific to what he got going on with that. And I loved it. Because he wasn't straying like you wanted. He wasn't taking no big three questions. I ain't taking no Friday after next questions, nigga. I'm here to talk about this. And
no Lakers talk.
Yeah, none of that, man. I ain't here to talk about none of that. And it was commendable, man. But he wasn't disrespectful in saying that to Jamel, but you could tell that he was like, nah, not today. Yep. It's cool another day, another time, but not today. Like he was very adamant in his stance. Like he was, I'll let you guys listen to it, but he was adamant about the NBA not starting and a lot of shit. Like he really was all hands on deck as far as what he's been putting on his Twitter and his Instagram. So y'all check that out, man. This shit was dope.
Yeah, he been activated these last 60 days.
He's in mode, and I am here for it.
I gotta check that out.
Put me on something.
Man, I'm reversing it. I'm asking for the listeners to put me on. I have been debating watching on Stars. I have debated it. P Valley.
Oh,
the stripper joint.
It cut out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have been debating watching P Valley. I'm asking the listeners to let me know if I need to watch it or not. I'm asking y'all to put me on. Who has been watching it? Do I need to watch it? It looks interesting.
It should look like Hustle and Flow, the series.
I was gonna say it looked like
Players Club.
Players Club. It's like Players Club.
I don't know.
But Hustle and Flow is a good mix, though. It like Hustle and Flow and Players Club had a baby and called it P Valley.
And called it P Valley. Like I don't know if I want to see that, man. Somebody convince me to watch that, please.
Yeah, put me on, man.
I heard
Twitter.
This last episode was pretty interesting too.
Yeah, Animal_Brown on Twitter, on IG. Let me know if I need to watch this or I don't waste my time and check something else out, man. Y'all put me on. I ain't watched TV in a minute, bro. I ain't really watched shit.
I've been streaming stuff in the background while, like, during the day while I'm doing other stuff, and I streamed like the last 5-6 episodes of Breaking Bad today. And Walt is a piece of garbage.
Yeah, he was.
No one has lost my respect more in a rewatch more than Walt. Like, you go back and you look at The Wire and all that other stuff, The Sopranos, you're like, oh, okay, I see where Tony was coming from. Or Avon had a point. Marlo could have did this better, but I fuck with it. This nigga Walt, that nigga's a dirt bag. Like, all the Walter White fans, man, the Walter White fans, go back and look at Breaking Bad. I'm talking about from episode 1, season 1. That nigga was a dirt bag. Walt
That's
was
a fact.
Piece of shit.
He was.
He was.
He was manipulating the fuck out of people.
Nah, he was a garbage bag. That nigga was dumpster juice, man.
Shout out Heisenberg, man. Hey man, y'all appreciate y'all checking in. Do us a favor, go to iTunes, leave a comment. Let us know how you are feeling these Corona episodes. Let us know what you want to hear on the Patreon. Give us a mixtape to review on the Patreon, man. Let us know what y'all want to hear. Patreon.com/RealVille, by the way. We will be revamping it very soon. It is going to be fucking fire. I'm telling you now. We look forward to you guys hearing the new content that the network has on Patreon. YouTube as well, man. We back on YouTube. Watch youtube.com/RealVille, man. Watch us.
Absolutely,
check us out.
Absolutely, man. Check everything out. Rate, subscribe, like everything across the different networks. Go to the YouTube page. We would definitely appreciate you to tell a friend as the FSP guys to rate, subscribe, and like to the YouTube page, Realville YouTube. That shit will be fire and help us out a lot.
And also, go ahead.
I was going to say, brand new episode of the featuring Spike Lou feed start to kick off this week. Got everything right, production-wise, topics right. So you guys expect something new there this week and then every week to come.
Yeah, all of that. And shout out to the Frames Per Second podcast. I was on there for the review of Fatal Affair on Netflix.
Yeah,
and we trashed it.
I'm working in the background for you, man. I threw that nigga.
Good looking.
Called me and asked me. I said, "There's no way that I watched that piece of shit movie, but I know someone who did."
It was it was trash, but it was fun trashing the trash though. It was fun. I like doing that.
There's no way that I would watch that. Like, there's no way I would watch that movie.
Shout out to Neil Long. It was cool.
With Neil Long.
Yeah, Neil Long. On that note, man, we are out. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.